GC update. So this is currently my situation right now. Engine training's out. I still need to work on the back end, but for now it's a step forward. It's all right here, or at least the engine is. I'm selling this right now, so I'm just waiting for the buyer. I picked up this gas tank, and everything is kind of bent and like cracked. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but it's definitely not something that I would use. So I have to return that, which kind of sucks. The transmission, everything else is right over here. This is from the old car. The new setup is right here. It's all still together. That way it's a lot easier to just prop right up into the car. So yeah, right here is the STI. It's definitely seen better days. So the car previously had gotten into a wreck, so the side impact damage. Everything else mechanically is pretty sound. I think I have a fuel line that's leaking, I'm not sure. Did have a check engine light when I brought it in here before pulling it out, so I have to take a look at that, but everything else should be fine.
A few moments later.
The 05 STi engine is finally in. The front subframe is bolted into the car, so should be smooth sailing from here on out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. It's officially an RSTI. So you used to be able to use the older gas tanks for these swaps, but the issue with the older gas tanks is that as you make hard turns, the fuel kind of sloshes around, so you get fuel cuts. With the newer system, from that, you kind of avoid that.
A few moments later.
So as you can see, this is actually the old gas tank out of the STI. I originally picked up a new one off of eBay, but I'm having lots of issues with it because it got damaged in shipping. So I'm using this 05 one, which is actually dented already, but is actually not bad. Everything kind of still bolts right in. Haven't really had too many issues. I've just had to get a couple couplings here and there for all the fuel lines, like the return line right over here, and then another return line coming up from down there. Once everything's done, we'll swap this over, and once the subframe is up in the rear, we should be ready to go to wiring.
Later.
There she is right there. All we really have left right now are the coilovers, the steering rack, and the pedals. There's a good layer of dust on it. It's been a bit since it's last been touched, but hopefully we can smash this out in the next day or two and then get this rolling for wiring, and then hopefully get it on the streets ASAP.
Okay, this one done. This one done. This one will be pretty easy.
Okay, so something that I figured out with the suspension for the GC8 and the STI. So there are some things that aren't necessarily told for both the rear and the front. You'll notice that the front is running the 05 stock struts, and then the rears have the GC8 ST Suspensions XTA coilovers. So the reason why is because the top hats for the rears don't fit onto the GC8, but the part that attaches to the knuckle fits, and it's vice versa for the front because the tops mount right over. As you can see, the STI stocks go straight to the top of the GC8, but then where it attaches to the knuckle, it's a little fatter. So that was something that I didn't actually know. Waited about a month to figure that out. So I had to put some wheels on the car to roll it onto the trailer. I refinished these STI wheels, so it's like a brushed gold. It looks really nice. Mounted them with my older AO52 Yokohamas, so they have some wear on it, but they're still good. It's just pretty flush. It's got some insane camber on the rear just so I could avoid getting some scrubbage right over here. Probably roll these sometime in the future. The front are sitting pretty nice as well. There's a little more space, but overall it looks pretty nice. Also got some mud flaps going, so it's pretty cool. So the mechanical swap on the car is basically done. I'd say 99% of it. If you look at it right now, it's currently trailered up with Larry's Lexus. We're taking it over to iWire to handle the wiring, and then maybe a fluid flush. iWire. iWire.
Man, they do some good stuff.
iWire does the Hondas. iWire does the Subarus.
Oh, iWire?
iWire.
Oh.
Yeah.